Welcome to the top of the world here at One World Trade Center in order to see the most beautiful sunset you'll ever see, at least here in New York City. I'm Ariel with Urbanist, and today let's see the gorgeous sunset from all the way in the very top observation deck of One World Trade Center, also known as the Freedom Tower. We're right here just in time. Here are the magnificent views of Midtown Manhattan. The buildings are shining and gorgeous. I love when the light hits on specifically on one side of the building. Here in the distance we see the Empire State Building. Absolutely magnificent views up here today. I'm so glad that the One World Trade Center is open up once again. The entire city is glowing in urbanist orange. We see New Jersey right over here, Hoboken, Weehawken. Feel free to ask me anything. Let me know where you're watching from. We're gonna take our sweet, sweet time enjoying the beautiful views of New York City. Let's take a closer look. Let's go over here. Oh, wow. Hey, Mighty Bull. Hello, Gretchen. Hello, Alexandra. Hello, Kay. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Debbie. We got Kate, Deb, Eden, Helen, Jonathan, Treb, Ebrivus, Mel, Savannah. Hello, everyone. Slam that like button right now. Let's bring these views to as many people as possible. Let's all enjoy New York City transitioning from day into night as the lights of the city skyline start twinkling on. Oh, I just love this transition of day into night, especially from the observation deck. Truly get a perspective of the city and how the city still shines even amidst the darkness of night. Hey, Susan says another cool sunset to be had. Hello, Savannah. Hello, Rafael. Hello, Emily. Bienvenidos todo el mundo. Estamos ahora mismo en la área para ver toda la vista de Nueva York del One World Trade Center, el edificio más alto en todo Estados Unidos. Right now we're at the tallest building in the United States of America. I'm doing well, Alexandra. Hello, Dave. Hello, Art. Hello, Lori from Alabama. Right here we have Battery Park City. Susie says the splendor of New York. Let's say hi to Susie, shall we? Are you facing west? Right now we're facing north. Northward. You know how we know? Oh, sorry. Here we see the N symbol. Look at this. Perfectly framed, the Empire State Building right there. Mandy, did I eat dinner prior to coming on? No, I did not. I'll be eating afterwards. I hear the windows are blast proof. Yes, time-lapse. You will be seeing a video about that, a vlog that'll be coming out a little bit later this week. So it's a bit hard because of all the reflection from the glasses. From the windows, they cause this reflection. Great photo opportunity, however, it's a little bit hard to capture on video. Can you see the Mario Cuomo Bridge? Great question. I don't think so. It'll be too far away. Zoom in. Let's go as zoomed we can go. We can see the George Washington, but no, you can't really see the Mario Cuomo Bridge, which is being named again the Tappan Zee. But we can see Hudson Yards. Veronica says, absolutely beautiful. My pleasure, Veronica. Veronique, I mean. Here we see the Throgs Neck Bridge. Mighty Bull, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. There we see the Whitestone Bridge. Long Island City there. Let's wave over to Mona, watching over from Long Island City. Let me know if anyone's watching from Greenpoint. We see Greenpoint over here. Let's ignore the smudges on the window. There in the distance, we see the Flushing Meadow Park. We actually see the Kosciuszko Bridge, connects Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and Queens. We see the new high-rise residential buildings of Williamsburg. Ronald asks, will I be masticating here? No, I only have until 8 p.m. That's when the observation deck closes. It used to close a lot later, but because of the pandemic, it's shorter hours. Here we have the magnificent, the marvelous Manhattan Bridge. Connects Brooklyn and Manhattan, just like this other bridge, the iconic, built in 1883, one of the most well-known bridges in the entire world, the Brooklyn Bridge, going all the way into Dumbo, Brooklyn, transitioning into the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway. The light is hitting the side of the buildings of Brooklyn. Let's see if we can wave hello to Susie. Susie is watching from Bushwick. Hey, Susie. Hello, Maria. Can you see Grand Central Terminal? Let's see. I think we can. Yeah, I think from this position we can. Let's see. A little bit hard with the reflection right here. Where are you, Grand Central? Actually, we might not be able to because it's hidden by the skyscrapers. Tommy, can we see your house? Well, Tommy, where are you based in? The shots are great, says Eklo. I'm so glad you think so, Eklo. Thank you for tuning in. Can you take us in the next weeks on the Brooklyn Bridge? Asked Alexandra. I've shown it many, many times. So check out my previous videos. Right down there, we have the sunset. Look at that. You want to point the camera directly at the sun? Let's do it. Let's do it. Everyone, put on your sunglasses. Look at that. Oh, we had an eclipse right there. A brief eclipse. Let's see. We're going to get another eclipse. Which skyscraper do I prefer? If I were to choose one, it would be Top of the Rock for the sunset because you can be outdoors and it literally feels like the city is, you're the balcony, you're at the highest balcony in all the city. It's a really cool perspective. Check out my previous live video on that. But I love them all equally, to be honest. They're all really amazing. And if you have the budget to visit all 4 observation decks, I would recommend doing so. Can you see all 5 boroughs away from here? Yes, we can. Let's show you more Brooklyn. So cool thing is that today we can actually see all the way down to Far Rockaway. See the beautiful gradient of the sky down there. So here we see Rockaway, Fort Tilden, Breezy Point, right? Breezy Point. We can even see Coney Island right over here. Coney Island right down there in the distance, all the way in the distance. It's orange and purple indeed. Just yesterday, I was actually viewing a vlog, amazing real estate vlogger. If anyone could remind me of his name, but he recently did a video of this penthouse apartment over here, which has probably the most magnificent views of the city from a penthouse. And imagine living in a penthouse right over here. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen. I think it sells for 39 million. That penthouse right there. Would you move to that penthouse? Let me know in the comments. Was it Cash Jordan? No, his name starts with the E. He's Turkish American. Here we have the skyscraper without windows. Watch my video, that New York City skyscraper without windows, recently released, if you want to find out way. Alex, 39, Alex, 39 million, you heard it correct. My dream since I grew up watching Jessie on Disney Channel, says Jasmine. Was there a character that lived in a Manhattan penthouse? So here, look at this. Oh my God. So the sun is setting right now and everyone's flocking. So let's go. Man, that's a long way down. Yeah, it is. It is. I'll show you the views directly down soon. Look at this gorgeous. Wow. Art, thank you so much. Art says Enes Yilmazer. Yeah, Enes Yilmazer. That's the vlogger. Check him out. He actually did a great video about that penthouse. Say goodbye to the sun as our city is shrouded once again in darkness. But don't worry, the light will come back. It always does. Hey, someone sent a super chat. JL, in case you want to know the cold brew. I'm a bit coffeeed out, but thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to use that for a good dinner. Thank you so much. Or you'll be seeing the coffee at some point again. Not today, but another broadcast. Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, Joseph. Thank you. Joseph, I really appreciate your super chat. So there we have a plane leaving from Newark. We see New Jersey in the distance. Are we seeing as far as Pennsylvania? Probably, because I think it's a super clear day. Who else wants to be on a flight? Where would you be going if you were on this flight? Let me know in the comments. And the sun has set. Now, pro tip, you can actually see the sunset twice. What you have to do is see the sunset from the waterfront down below, which I'll point the camera soon after the sun goes fully down. And then you have to quickly run as fast as you can, get into the elevator of One World Trade Center, go all the way to the very top, and you can see it for a second time. But I think it'll take, you have to get there at least like 2 or 3 minutes. If you do it, you can see a sunset twice. But Nadrita says I would be flying into New York. Oh, that's so cool. You can see the Appalachian Mountains in the distance, says Adam. There's another plane. Which plane would you be taking right now? Where would you be going? Hey, Manny, nice to see you here. Hello, Mags. Hey, David, nice to see you here. Tom would be going to Rome. Yeah, indeed. Wendy would be going to the UK. I would too, Wendy. I fly to Las Vegas, says China. But look at this. Boom. Look at that. Oh my God. So here we have the Statue of Liberty. David, you never flown. Oh, wow, David. Wow, I would recommend it. It's very fun. Loma will be going to Egypt. Hey, someone else left the super chat. Thank you so much for the other person who left the super chat. Let me know who it was. Joe. Ooh, Joe. Joe left the super chat. Here we have a helicopter probably capturing the sunset views as well. Look at that. We see unidentified flying object there in the distance. There we go. UFO right there. Oh, it's magnificent seeing the sunset from this perspective. Not a cloud in the sky today. You can see the Berkshires, says Upper West Sider, yeah. You can see a lot of things. If we squint hard enough, we can even see LA. Hey. Oh, waitress, nice to see you here. Thank you for always being amazing and taking care of our needs, says Lynn. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Zoom in on the Statue of Liberty. Let's do it. Hey, Daryl, nice to see you here. Right there, Statue of Liberty. City lights are starting to twinkle on. Right there, we have the waterfront. Look at this. This is a cool effect. Watch right now. POV, you say this is surreal. I agree, POV. This is surreal. Inkspire Life are swooning, yeah. Now we're gonna see the city in darkness. The lights twinkling on. POV, yeah, it kind of does look like, it does look like that, yeah. Orgal, you want to see Hoboken? Right there, Hoboken. Oh, Hoboken. I gotta go back. It was such a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. How much for the ticket? I paid like, it was quite expensive. I paid about like $41, $42, something like that. So I appreciate everyone who's been super chatting. and PayPaling. Thank you so much. Look at this. Magnificent. Do you still need to make an appointment? Yes, you do. Though you might run the risk of it being sold out for the day. So yeah, I would recommend making an appointment, buying the ticket ahead of time. You only need to buy it maybe the morning of, minimum. Can you stay as long as you want? You used to be able to stay until very late, about 1 a.m., but now it's until 8 p.m. They'll start telling everyone to go. Manny says, mind-blowing. I agree, Manny. I agree. Can visitors go to the restaurant? Yes. Yes, they can. Gretchen, thank you so much for 50 Mexican pesos. I appreciate you, Gretchen. Thank you for the pesos. Can you bring food? You can eat at the restaurant, but no, you won't be able to bring food. They do allow you to bring a water bottle, but I think that's basically it. No food. Rona, you say this would be an amazing apartment. Yeah, it would be. It actually would be. It would be. You have no way that anyone's gonna block your views anytime soon. They should extend the time later. Yeah, I would love if they do extend the time. I bet they'll be extending the time as spring comes around. Hey, Kevo, desde Ecuador, bienvenidos. So, I do love World Trade Center, so I would recommend this. But the cool thing about Top of the Rock is that you don't have the glass, so you can take a lot better pictures and videos. But if you're here, if it's a very cold day, or if it's a chilly day or a windy day, then coming here is amazing because you're nice and warm here in the indoor observation deck. Hey, Mike, pitch in a little to defer the cost. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it. Let's see more of the views. How high is the observatory compared to other high rises? There is a high-rise apartment that is taller than One World Trade Center in terms of ceiling height. One World Trade Center has a very tall spire, but here it is. So if you want an apartment that's literally taller than the One World Trade Center, go buy an apartment right there, that very skinny tower. It's called Central Park Tower. If you buy that penthouse, let me know if you do, because if you do, invite me over. We'd love to take a video up there. But yeah, you'll have an apartment taller than One World Trade Center. I think that's the only one. Actually, no, I think this one also, 432 Park Ave. If you buy the penthouse, you'll basically be at the same height as we are now. Is that the one that's leaning? No, the one that's leaning is close by to us. I'll see if I can point it out soon. Hey, one man's voice. Can I point the camera at the North Pool? Yeah, let's do it. Let's, you want to see the original footprint. Let's see if we can actually catch it. Here's the sky portal. Oh my God, that's so tall, literally living in the skies. Yes! Who said that? Yoli. Yep, literally. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit hard. So right here, let's see if we can show the north. Let's see. North Tower. Let's see if we can show it. Yeah, it's a bit tough because we're literally right next to the original footprint of the original Twin Towers. We can sneak in here. Here we are. Okay, here we are. So I can't really show the North Tower. It's going to be too tough to show the North Tower. But here's the footprint of the South Tower. The North Tower is right here. So we can see just a little bit of the North Tower. And my flashlight is on. If you stay at the Millennium Hotel, it has amazing views, yes. Which is somewhere around here. Here's Governor's Island. What's the Sky Portal? Oh, they just have like a video of the map of New York. They make it sound fancy, but it's not that fancy. Oh, Brooklyn. Inkspire Life, you're captivated. Oh, I'm so glad you are. Oh, you can see Miami, says the Dean. Yes, yes. If we look hard enough, we can see Miami. Look at all the ships. Is there an island with a prison on it? It's on the other side. Yes, it's Rikers Island, right by Queens. We'll go to it soon. So absolutely magnificent views. Let me know where you're watching from and slam that like button if you want to see more of these videos, if you want to see more New York City videos, if you want to make sure that other people can see them as well who could use a New York City adventure. So slam that like button right now. Let me know if you're on Team Like, and if you're on Facebook, let me know if you're on Team Share. All right, here it is. So I am, yeah, live.
Wait, on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Wait, how many people are on it?
Right now, let's see how many people we have here. We have 492 on YouTube and 91 on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, you can find me at Urbanist.
Okay.
All right. Little kid was asking me about YouTube. So here we see the Oculus. We see the church that's going to be built, St. Nicholas. Right there. The kid immediately ran, I think, to tell his parents, like, oh, a YouTuber. That's funny. Tell him we said hello, indeed. Yeah, very wholesome, yeah. Is there a limit, Loretta? Yeah, until 8 p.m. today. It used to be 1 a.m., but times have changed. Hopefully they'll extend it. Jana says my legs are weak. Thank you for the views. Well, the good thing is if you are afraid of heights, it's okay. That's understandable. Um, I've come with family members here specifically who are afraid of heights, and you know why? Because you're completely covered in glass. So this is a completely covered observation deck. There's no outdoor part, and this is why I really like bringing people who might be a little bit wary of heights to this specific one. Also, the elevator is one trip and it's very, very quick. So the elevator barely feels like you're going super high up. Also, these are very thick windows, like super thick windows. New York City is a big city, but not like Tokyo. Yeah, I mean, Tokyo is the biggest city in the world. So if you wanted to compare Tokyo, New York metropolitan area has about 23 million. Tokyo, how much is it? It's about 41 million, I think. So you see where I'm pointing the camera there in the distance? We're starting to see Long Island. So Tokyo isn't such a high city in terms of skyscrapers. There are a few skyscrapers, but they're not crazy tall, like say Shanghai or New York or even London. But Tokyo is so big that if you look towards Long Island after Queens, it's as urbanized. So you'll be seeing these, we see these smaller high-rises, which are pretty big buildings on their own right here in downtown Brooklyn. That's Tokyo for, endless. So you would see Queens and Long Island covered with them if we were a Tokyo-sized city. But we aren't. So yeah, we're a little bit shorter. We're a bit smaller city in Tokyo. We're a humble city. Hey, Earth Paradise from Miami Beach, welcome. Mona, you've been here a couple times. You work in one WTC. Oh, so cool. Skytree is the highest building in Tokyo. That's so cool. Also, Shanghai is a metropolis. So yeah, New York is not quite the largest city. I mean, it's not the largest city in North America. We're beat by Mexico City. But you can't beat the majesty of the city. So I'm gonna put my stuff down for a little bit. Here's a dark corner. So pro tip, if you really want to capture good vibes, come to the dark area. Come to this dark corner over here. And the reason is you won't get so much reflection on the light. So it's right behind the gift shop. And we see sunset over here. But I'll tell you a quick story before I show you more of the views. You probably heard this story before if you watched my videos before. But I was at the top of the rock about 2 years ago with my friend Jen O'Brien. I was helping her film a vlog. And as we're standing at top of the rock, seeing the sunset like we did today, this gorgeous, marvelous sunset, there was a guy who was right next to us saying, "Oh, wow, it's so beautiful." And notice he had a very thick accent, Chinese accent. And I asked him, "Hey, where are you from?" He was like, "Oh, I'm from Shanghai. I'm just coming here to visit." And I was surprised when he told me that, because I was like, "Shanghai, but don't you have more skyscrapers than us?" Because they do. And Shanghai is a bigger city. But he was telling me, "Yeah, we do, but this view is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's unlike Shanghai." Because Shanghai, while it's a gigantic city and there's a lot of skyscrapers, it's more sparse. But here in New York City, we crammed everything into Manhattan. We crammed things into close to the coast of Brooklyn. So everything is much more dense, much more crammed together, and hence you have this beautiful cityscape that really no other city can compare. Very few cities. I think Hong Kong is probably one of the very few cities that can compare to this. Singapore is probably another one, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, who was it? Mona, thank you. Mona mentioned you have a story. Do tell us. Write it down in the comments. Can you show us Hoboken Terminal? Yeah. I love the requests. Keep them coming. There's Statue of Liberty. And Hoboken Terminal. A little bit hard to see from this perspective, but we see the historic terminal right over here. That's the maximum I can zoom in, everyone. I hope, I wish, I am expecting, hopefully the iPhone 13 has 10x zoom. That would be so awesome. If anyone knows anyone at Apple, if you know Tim Cook, do let him know. Make a 10x telephoto lens on the iPhone. It'll be so useful. Right now I could do 6x, 6 times. This is so cozy. It's almost like a set says POV. Yeah, I agree. Oh, look at that. We still have the sun. We still have the gradient of the sunset. The 7X on the iPhone 12 is superb. Oh, official. It is. Is it higher quality than the iPhone? If it is, that means I might need to upgrade from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12. Oh, magical city. I agree. Let's see more of the views. Look at that. Wow. Amazing. Hey, Ben says, gotta pipe in that vaporwave / future funk with that skyline. Oh, giving me an idea. Everyone, I present to you a song that is near, dear, close to my heart because it's part of the official Urbanist soundtrack. As we see views of New York City glowing at night, I present to you Midnight Metropolis. That was Midnight Metropolis from the official Urbanist soundtrack. You can listen to it by saying, Alexa, play Urbanist, the official soundtrack by Urbanist. Or, OK Google, play Urbanist, the official soundtrack by Urbanist. Or you can also get it on Amazon Music, and I think you can already get it on iTunes, hopefully. Let me know if you can. Also on teespring.com/stores/urbanist. Hey, Susan, thank you so much for watching. POV, you say that was such a vibe. I agree. Paul says my Alexa doesn't understand my Scouse accent. Oh no. Adam, yes, it's available on Spotify. Urbanist, the original soundtrack, that's the name. It's cool with the reflections. Kind of, look at that. POV said it sounded like 80s Miami Vice style. It is definitely intended to be that way, yes. I'm a huge fan of synthwave, and it's one of the music that inspires me when I make my videos. All right, do you guys want another song? Another similar vibe song? And if you do, I'm gonna play it and you gotta guess which one it is. What's the name? Well, not guess, some of you might already know. So let me know if you want another synthwave song with the views. All right. The people have demanded it. I present to you, wait, I'm not gonna say the name. You write down the name for the synthwave song. Let's go. That was Neon Glow from the official, the original, the only Urbanist soundtrack. Neon Glow. You can search for it by searching Neon Glow by Urbanist. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's continue with the views. Feel free to ask me anything that you might be curious about. Lara says I must do walking around with my music. Yes, I must. Adam just downloaded the soundtrack. Oh, amazing, Adam. Thank you. I'm glad. Hope you enjoy it. Do particular buildings inspire my soundtrack? The one that inspired my soundtrack was actually, the name of it is the American Radiator Building, ironically. Specifically the painting by Georgia O'Keeffe inspired both the album cover and also the songs. What year was the Big Blackout, Nancy? There were two big blackouts in New York City. One of them was 1977. New York City went completely dark. Madness and mayhem covered the streets. It was also the birth of hip hop, at least modern hip hop that we know of today. On that year, also was the summer of Sam. So it was a crazy, crazy summer. I remember when I used to, hang out in the city streets back in 1977. Hang out with friends in the Deuce. I mean, I totally was not born in 1977. Never mind. I mean, I saw that in a film. And also the other year was 2014. There was a major blackout. That I lived through. Clifford also says 1965. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Clifford. Thank you for letting us know. Helen says, now I need to watch Blade Runner. Yeah, watch Blade Runner 2049. Do yourself a favor. It's a slow movie, but it's a movie that shows a lot of beautiful skylines with amazing music. Yoli says that must have been freaking scary. It was actually a little bit fun. Time Cop and FM 84, nice synthwave, says Mr. Bob. FM 84 is actually one of my inspirations for that song. I did not compose the song, but I definitely used that as actually a reference when working with the synthwave artist. So I think my album is available at Apple Music. I hope so. It's been taking a while. So if anyone can confirm, I know a few viewers have been waiting for it. So before we go downstairs and venture off into the sunset, I'm playing one more song. And this one is near and dear to my heart because this one is the definitive Urbanist song. It's the song that has inspired every other song made on the soundtrack. Even the sax that you hear in Midnight Metropolis comes from this particular song. Without further ado, here's Urbanus, the main theme. The main theme of Urbanus, also on the original soundtrack, so it's Urbanus main theme. And yes, there is a little bit of Sex and the City inspiration. That was unintentional, even though I love Sex and the City, I do love that kind of jazzy tune. That was unintentional. The main inspiration for it was Tank by Cuomo. That was the main inspiration. So I think they're closing up, so I'll show you as much as I can. Let me know if you guys want to try to get down in the elevator. Maybe they'll be service on the elevator. Uh-oh, music was still on. Didn't realize. Okay, so that was the main theme of Urbanus, the original soundtrack. Yes, it sounds a little bit like Sex and the City. That was actually unintentional. I love the music from Sex and the City, but the intention was to make it sound like Tank by Cowboy Bebop was one of the inspirations, and another inspiration was Enter the Dragon by Lalo Schifrin. Those were the two main inspirations for that song.
Yeah, which means
Wow. POV, am I a music enthusiast? Yes, POV. Before I ever started doing videos about cities and history, I actually ran a music blog for 6 years on Tumblr. I was actually one of the top music bloggers for a few of those years on Tumblr. Can we see Central Park, please? Ruthie, no, we can't. Not from this distance. Those skyscrapers are blocking it. Adam says, maybe you should make a second album in the next few months. Adam, I might be ahead of you. Silvina, desde Buenos Aires, bienvenidos a Nueva York. Ojalá te están encantando las bellísimas vistas que se ve aquí de One World Trade Center. I hope you're enjoying the majestic, marvelous views from One World Trade Center. Helen, my music blog, it's a long story, but unfortunately it was deleted due to issues with copyright. I was one of hundreds, if not thousands, probably hundreds of music bloggers whose blogs were deleted. So I lost 6 years of daily writings overnight. And I couldn't recover. I only was able to recover maybe 40% of it. That's why I like live video. It's very in the moment. So if these videos are deleted, at least we all enjoyed this together. Because it's all about the now. Do I have a SoundCloud? Yeah, you can search me on Urbanist, but I haven't uploaded my music yet there. Listen on Spotify. And if you really want to support the show in a different way, you can just put it on loop on Spotify, and I do get royalties because it is music owned by me. Hey, Mike says he lost the master tape of his only recording. Oh no, Mike, that sucks. So the restaurant is still open? People are still up in the restaurant? Let's sit down, shall we? Oh, look at this. Wow, absolutely amazing. Can you see the moon from here? I think we can. Or is it the new moon? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen it yet. Zolf says, plot twist. This is all a green screen. Indeed. 100,000 subs soon for sure, says Wendy. I appreciate that, Wendy. Yeah, I would love to have 100,000 subs. The more support I get, the more viewers I get, especially on YouTube, the more better videos I can make and the more different areas I can show you. And that means maybe showing you Hong Kong at some point. Tokyo, definitely. Tokyo is high on the list. So stay tuned for Tokyo at some point. POV, you were on YouTube as early as 2006. Whoa. Agnostic Shin, I would love to show Shanghai. The issue is I won't be able to stream, I think. It'll be risky to stream to American social media. Anthony, could someone archive all your videos of in New York City? I'm already doing that. I already have all my videos archived. Kurihara says Tokyo is messy because it was not built by urban design. Yeah, I can imagine. I think that's part of the charm. Different from New York City, where we do have a grid system. So New York City is definitely a lot more neat in that regard. But we're seeing Broadway here. Look how clear Broadway looks. Yeah, that's Broadway. That should be. Is that Broadway? That might not be Broadway. That might be Avenue of the Americas. If anyone can confirm. This one we're showing right here. It passes an avenue before the Empire State Building at least, or two avenues. So that might be either 6th Avenue or Broadway. It's hard to tell from this perspective. Sixth Ave. A lot of people are saying 6th Ave. Yeah. So 6th Ave. This is Broadway right over here. This one. Yeah. Makes sense. Why is there a gap in terms of skyscrapers? Asked Gonzalez. Excellent question. The reason for the gap is because this entire area we're seeing right over here used to be the tenement district. So it was the poorer areas of New York City. A lot of the developers during the late 1800s did not want to build any skyscrapers in the poorest areas of New York City. And thus, rather than try to push the lower income people, especially a lot of immigrants, at that time Irish and Italian immigrants, rather than pushing them out, they decided to build that land that was already available and much cheaper because it was a lot emptier. And that is Midtown, Manhattan. The second factor is the subway system. Subway system ended up choosing Midtown, 42nd Street, as their transit hub. And that made it a lot easier for development to happen. That's one. Bedrock, John, bedrock, while the bedrock, yes, it is a bit, is much deeper in this area. That's why in the first place it was lower income land, is not the factor right now. So skyscrapers are not really dependent on bedrock. I think in the past like 30, 40 years, it's not really that important. Wow, I could just be here all day. I think they're just letting me stay here. So everyone, I'm gonna sleep over. I'm gonna do just an all-night stream, sleeping over at the observation deck. I'm gonna camp. I'm gonna ask for a sleeping bag, or as many Americans call it, a sleeping burrito, and just sleep to these views. Who else would love to sleep to these views? Some dude behind you, yeah, he's waiting. All right, let's head back down. So that's amazing. All right, everyone, let's not keep them waiting too long. I think I'm literally the last one except for the people in the restaurant. All right, let's go back downstairs. So say goodbye to the views one more time, everyone. Bye, New York City views. I could be here all day, all night. I could just live here forever. But no. We'll say goodbye. It's time. this time, everyone, we bid adieu. Let's see if we can have service on the elevator. Can you do that sleepover, Charlie? No, I'm joking around. All right. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
This one.
Which one's next?
Sky pod number 1.
Awesome.
At the end.
Cool, thank you.
Have a great evening.
You too, have a great evening. All right. Let's hope there's service, everyone. Yeah, I think we're in service. Let's see. All right. Whoa! Where? This elevator has turned into
Observatory.
this way? Awesome. Awesome, thank you. Hey, I have to pick up my tripod that.
Pick up your tripod?
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Just
Awesome.
wait right there.
Thank you. All right, so do you want to see the memorial at night? Let me know since we're already here. Vote on it if you want to see the memorial. I feel dizzy. That was a dizzying-inducing elevator ride because as you're going down, it literally like because the way they shot the video or the way they made those graphics, it makes you feel like you're actually going that way. So I'm a bit dizzy. I gotta wait for my tripod. They actually confiscate tripods, so not confiscate is not the right word, but you're forced to check them, tripods. But if you do, you can get it back. It's no biggie. So here is the check-in area. You can get an upgrade if you have MasterCard. Also, if you're active military. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you so much for watching, Mike. Uncrowded visits. I think I was one of the last ones to go down. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You too. Have a good night. All right. This is the little tripod that I had to check. They literally don't allow any tripods, not even these tiny ones. So yeah, just beware. But it's okay. They keep it safe, which is nice. All right. So let's exit to the front. See, this way is the Oculus, but I'll show you the Oculus in a bit. Let's exit here through the front. I actually got to put on my jacket before I go outside. It's gonna be way too cold. So bear with me. I gotta put on my jacket. It's gonna be way too cold. All right. It's freezing today in New York City. So I gotta put on a jacket, gloves, heating pads. I gotta put on long johns as well. Thermal pads, hand warmers. I need to douse myself in. It's cold. It's cold. Gloves as well. I came prepared for ultimate cold. It's like 50 degrees, says Andy. Oh, Andy, you don't know. You don't know, Andy. You don't know how cold it truly is up in here. It's fierce. It's fierce. So this is the microphone I have. It's fierce, ladies and gentlemen. Just like Beyonce. She lives nearby in Tribeca, so that's why it's so fierce. I think Beyonce's home. Gloves. There we go. If only I could do a Edgar Wright style montage of putting all these winter gear on. That would be fun. Let me know if you want me to have a live stream directed by Edgar Wright at some point. If you don't know who Edgar Wright is, he's one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. And he does amazing montage sequences. He can make someone putting on gloves look cool. That's how amazing he is. I roll down my sleeves. All right, I'm ready. Do you have to check your luggage before entering the building? Oh, waitress, you can't bring luggage. I'm not sure if they'll allow you to check it. I don't think so. Be careful with bringing heavy luggage. And the backpack, keep it small. You'll have a lot easier time in this building. They have high security here, so you'll have an easier time. All right, I'm all set. There we go. Now we're ready. Look at this. I am prepared for the cold winter. So these marble slabs are actually covering the 70-ton steel base of the first 20 floors. And here's the grand entrance. Let's go. And we're outside, back to the very base of the Freedom Tower. You guys want to look up? Or are you ready to look up? It might be disorienting. We can't even see the top. Nope, the top just disappears into the night. Cue the Gargoyles theme song. Right there across the street is Brookfield Place. The lobby and the Oculus are very Kubrick-esque, says Ben. Yeah, you're right. It does look like a Kubrick set. A little bit Clockwork Orange, a little bit of 2001. And here we are. Skyline of New York City. From down below. Janice, you say Edgar Wright did Ant-Man. No, he did not. He was originally going to do it, but they had creative differences. It was directed by Peyton Reed. They only used like 2 or 3 scenes from his original script. The building is truly amazing. I agree. It's a gorgeous building. Here we have the memorial. So I think they close at night, but I'll show it to you from this outer fence area. Kurihara says, Kubrick is a New Yorker. He's a New Yorker. He moved to London and lived there most of his life. But he's a New Yorker. Edgar Wright is British. Why didn't he eat at the restaurant? It was very expensive, so I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. Also, I didn't have enough time. If I'm going to spend that much money, I'd rather take my sweet time eating at the restaurant. A burger was like $27, which is not that bad for eating at the top of the world. David asks, is this closed due to the pandemic? At night it is, I think, but during the daytime it is open. I actually came here and walked around a little bit before I came up to the Freedom Tower. But I don't think the water is running. I don't hear the water at all. So I think they turned off the water. Hey, Jose, send a $5 coffee donation through PayPal. Thank you so much, Jose. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Windows of the World was a better restaurant, says. Who was this? Someone else said it. Vignesh and Yoli says that the food quality is not so good. Yeah. I don't think it is. I have the impression it's not. If it were good food, then yeah. There's actually a Michelin star rated restaurant, or not? It's not Michelin star, but it is a very high end restaurant, run I think by Danny Meyer, who is of Shake Shack fame, in one of these other skyscrapers of World Trade Center. If anyone could remind me of the name, I think it starts with a P. That I might visit at some point. Stay tuned. So here is the original footprint of the south tower of the Twin Towers. There we see the original steel beams of the towers that survived. A lot of steel beams actually survived. Now, one interesting thing is you see the pattern of these beams. You can see that is on display in the museum, the Memorial Museum of 9/11. The original architect, if anyone could write down his name, he was inspired by Islamic architecture, which is fascinating. So the pattern he used for the steel beams were based on the Islamic architecture. It was also a very innovative structure because a lot of the towers that were being constructed in New York City in the 1960s and 70s were all glass curtain towers, and people were kind of getting sick and tired of glass towers. Similar as people are getting sick and tired of it now. So the architect actually decided to do a steel curtain rather than a glass curtain.
Yeah, no, I mean, get high and you'll probably feel less.
What is being built behind me? This is the future home of the Ronald O. Perlman, or Peterman, Performing Arts Center. Who designed the new tower? The new tower was designed by David Childs. A lot of people think it was Libeskind. Libeskind actually won the contest to design the tower, but then his plans were scrapped. I think they wanted a tower that was a little bit more practical and a little bit safer. Libeskind's tower would have been not so tall and not so fortified. Stay tuned for my video on the fortification coming out soon. Thank you so much for sharing the stream, Yasmin. And POV, thank you so much. Minoru Yamasaki was the name of the architect of the original World Trade Center. Minoru Yamasaki. You know, Minoru Yamasaki, you know, he was actually afraid of heights. So Yamasaki did not really want to go up in his own building. AR, thank you so much, AR, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Hey, Cope, welcome. Yamasaki rejected the glass facade because they had vertigo. Right, Gonzalez, thank you for letting us know. Thank you, AR. AR is a very generous supporter. Thank you so much. And also a super urbanist because he supports on YouTube as well. Here's the Oculus. What does it look like? I always ask this to people when I pass by this building, this structure. Built by Santiago Calatrava, this structure, which is officially the World Trade Center Transportation Hub, quite a mouthful, costs more Then this. Then this gigantic skyscraper. Yep. Here we can see a little bit better at the top. Costs more. This is 3.9 billion around there. And this one 4.4 billion. $4 billion. Crazy. Crazy. Janice, you dislike the Oculus. Looks like a whale tail, says Mirna. Yes. That's what a lot of people say. I'll show you inside. Let's wait for these police officers to pass. Port Authority police. I'll show you the inside of the Oculus. Inkspire Life loves Calatrava. Yeah, he's a love it or hate it type of architect. I'm gonna play some music. So I'm gonna play some Coffee Break because Alexandra asked for it and a few others. That was Coffee Break from Urbanus, the original soundtrack. It was made by an Australian lo-fi artist who goes by Mitch. He's from Australia, as I mentioned. And that piano is actually sampled directly from Urbanus, the main theme. It's all connected. The entire album is all connected by using the same samples, little melodies. Everything is pulled from out of that, making it into one tapestry of the original urbanist sound. So while they are disparate sounds or genres, lo-fi, synth, jazz, bossa nova, they're all connected. Everything's connected. Alexandra is asking to say a special little phrase. Alexa, play Urbanist, the original soundtrack by Urbanist. Hey, Mulaney, nice to see you here. Oh, he's pointing at me, Kevin Hart. Just the feel, you would love to hear it live, played by human players. Yeah, I'm actually working on making that happen. Let's see if it happens, or if anyone knows a jazz group here in New York City, then maybe I'll collaborate with them. So if you enjoyed this video and want to lend your support to the show, you can do so by becoming a patron. You'll get access to bonus videos, behind the scenes, extras, also 360 videos as well. Right there, patreon.com/urbanist. Or if you want to leave a one-time contribution, paypal.me/Ariel Vera. And if you want to buy the album and other merch, including Bob the Pigeon, Earl the Squirrel, you can do so. But go to teespring.com/stores/urbanist. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. That brings us to an end. I'll see you again Wednesday at 1 p.m. The show is scheduled every Wednesday and Saturdays at 1 p.m. I'm going to go buy myself a little bit of Italy and cook some carbonara at home maybe tomorrow. So keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Cue the soundtrack. One more time. Ba-dum-bum-bum.